6 wins, 2 losses. One violated stop wiped out 6 disciplined trades. Seriously. Oh, it all started so good, guys. All right, so let me just get into it. All right, so I had 6 great trades on DGXX, honestly. The only thing that I really needed to improve on, which is something that I'm still working on from last week, was my exit signals. So out of the 4 trades that I took on DGXX, and I was up like $55. The first trade and the third trade, I didn't have a clear exit signal. I just got out when I saw green. Okay, I got a little nervous, but the other 4 I actually used price hesitation as, oh, actually, wait a minute. 1, 2, those 3 of the trades, I didn't have an exit signal. The other 3, I used price hesitation to get out. Okay, I didn't have any issues with stops. I was green on all of them. Some were really small trades, like this one, $1.13, this one, $2. However, I had some really, really good ones. My first trade was my best. I got 20 cents a share. I don't know if you can see that. 20 cents a share on the first trade. That was just a beautiful trade. Okay. Micro pullbacks, bull flag pullbacks, and a flat top breakout. Honestly, it was just a wonderful day. So let me go through my first trade actually in a little bit more detail. So it was a micro pullback. So my stop was at 10 cents a share, which was $10 because I'm trading with 100 shares. I've reduced my share size, as everybody knows, if you've been following me. And so here, I don't have a 10-second chart on TraderView, but I was trading using the 10-second chart for confirmation. So I made the trade in here. And it was wonderful. I mean, I could have let it go, but I didn't use my exit indicator. And that's why I got out before it finished running up. Would have been pretty cool if I had done that. I'm still working on that, letting my winners run, but I did a better job today on that. Okay. Trade 2. Let's go through trade 2. Trade 2, I got in a little late. This was also a micro pullback. Again, you can't see it on this chart, but I did get in a little bit late on this, and I got out right away because of price hesitation. Third trade, another micro pullback. Okay, again, I didn't use an exit signal. I got nervous. Again, the micro pullbacks you can't really see in TraderView because I did them on the 10-second chart. Okay, but you can see I got in, I got out too quickly because, I was worried. I saw the green on the tape. Fourth trade was a bull flag pullback. Let's see. And here I did use price hesitation. So here I had a different stop. For the micro pullbacks, my stop was 10 cents a share. But for the bull flag pullbacks, I was risking the difference between the entry and the bottom of the last low candle. So here it was $23 instead of $10. Okay. And I saw some price hesitation and I got out. Now I could have let that run and had a great day, but it was still a green trade. Okay. The 5th trade on DGXX was a bigger initial risk, but also a bigger potential profit. However, on this one, I did see price hesitation and I got out. Again, maybe I got out too early. I didn't let it hit my stop, but I'm working on not just waiting for it to stop, hit the full stop. I'm trying to use exit indicators. So in this one, I use price hesitation. You can see that I still have a long way to go on my exit signals. Okay. My last DGXX trade was a flat top breakout, kind of high a day breakout. And I didn't use an exit signal, but because it was a flat top breakout, high a day breakout, I had a 10 cents a share stop loss. And on this one, I did not see an exit signal, but in a way it was good because look at this, it would have just rolled over. So I was lucky on that one, to be honest. All right, now I was up $55 and then I made 2 bad trades. Now the first one, I don't think this was a bad trade. Okay, it was a bull flag pullback on BLZE. And I thought this was a good trade. Okay, I got in, I waited for the volume to confirm, and then it rejected, and I got out before my stop. Now, this is where the story goes terribly wrong. Very disappointing. Okay, this is the lesson. This is the lesson. This is the whole lesson of the video. This last trade. After the first BLZE trade, like I said, I did a good job on that. I got out before my stop. I used price hesitation as the signal. And up until that point, honestly, I think I made 7 good trades. I could have been better on my exit signals, but as far as my entries and my exit, the ones that I did use the exit signal, I think it was great. Now, my first mistake I made, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's like 3 mistakes on this trade. The first mistake is that I got in too soon. So I have put a lot of restrictions on my account because of my 2 huge red days last week. And one of the restrictions that I had put was that if I had a red trade, I would take a 15-minute break. I didn't do that. Okay, I got in right away. I want to say, let's see, this trade was at 9:45. The previous trade was at 9. So this one was at 9:45. This one was at 9:47. So that was my first mistake. I wouldn't have even have taken the trade. Okay, this was an emotional trade because I got in right away. I didn't even think about my take a break rule. Okay, I just got right back in. Now, if I had remembered my take a break rule, then that would have taken me to 10 o'clock and I wouldn't have been able to trade again. I mean, I could trade after 10 o'clock if I see something good, but I wouldn't have taken this trade. Okay, that's the important thing, is that I wouldn't have taken this trade. And I was in an emotional state because I had just gotten a red trade. I had 6 green trades. I got a red trade and I didn't take the break. So that was mistake number 1. Okay. Mistake number 2 is that I had a setup, but it wasn't, I'm going to be honest, it wasn't a super clear setup. All right. So let's take a look at it. I had looked at getting in. So the first trade was a bull flag pullback, and I was kind of riding off of the same pullback. So this is where I got stuck in the last trade and it rejected. And I was like, all right, well, now we've got another pullback. I mean, a continuation of this bull flag pullback. But also right here, everything was kind of consolidating at this level. So I have, bull flag pullback. So I was kind of looking at it as a continuation of this bull flag pullback, but that was looking for something, like chasing something. I was chasing because I got a red trade and now I'm chasing. I'm like, oh man, I was green on the day. Now I've got a red trade. Maybe I can recover that. All of these things are flying through my head instead of, hey, dummy, you're supposed to take a 15-minute break. Okay. So my second mistake is chasing this bull flag pullback. And I got in too late because I was nervous because the first trade rejected. So I knew somehow intuitively that I was taking a risk. Okay. So that was mistake number 2. Okay. Now the third thing isn't really a mistake, but it's something that can prevent me from increasing my share size if it happens too much. So it rejected immediately. I clicked sell as soon as I saw it. Okay. And as soon as I saw it, but then it missed my order. Now, I could have done something because this was during the market open. And this is something that I could have done. I could have set a stop order at the low of the last low candle. I could have done that. I could have set a stop order here. Okay. And that's something that I'm going to think about going forward. I'm just writing a note about that during market open, because I can't do that during pre-market, but that would have prevented me from going past my stop. So that was the third mistake, is that it was during market open and I didn't set a stop on the active trader ladder. So let me show you what that would have looked like. So what I would have done is I would have used my hotkey to get in here at 808, right? And then here at 779, I would have gone over here and I would have clicked at, say, whoops. I would have clicked at, say, 782. I would have clicked sell 100 at 782. So then what I could have done is, if it didn't hit my stop and it started to go up, I could have canceled the order and then exited on the upside. However, this would have protected me from this sharp rejection. And this is what happened to me last week as well. So I'm going to have to go back and look at my data from market open, because I'm starting to feel like I'm doing worse during the market open than I am during the pre-market. So I may need to put a rule in place that if I trade during the pre-market, I have to put a stop order on the ask right after I execute the buy to prevent this situation. Okay, so that was my third mistake. And then, well, of course, I rejected my order, I canceled, and by the time I got out, it was way down here. It was way down here. Look at this, at the bottom of the candle. And that all happened within seconds. So let's see. I was in the order. And this shows my running day P&L. Look, I was up and then now I'm in the red. So this whole situation happened within 22 seconds. Okay, so I'm putting a new procedure in place for orders that I place during market or open. That after I place the buy order, I am going to set a stop on the active trader ladder. And hopefully that will prevent me from violating my stop. So this is something where I violated my stop. So anyway, the lesson, the meat of this video is risk management. Okay, I blew through several risk management issues, right? I just ignored my 15-minute break rule. Okay, I ignored yeah, I just ignored a lot of stuff. Okay. So the result, of course, is that I am red on the day. All right. I'm down $5.62, which is a real bummer because I was way up. Okay. And for the month, well, for the week, let's see, for the week, I am red on the week. Okay. And for the month, I'm still green on the month. Okay. So this is something that's definitely recoverable given my share size. Okay. Lately, I'm realizing that all my mistakes are, honestly, they're all related to, I mean, all my red trades, not all my red trades, but a lot of my red trades, my biggest red trades are risk management failures. Okay. Like my first red trade on BLZE, that was fine. I didn't do anything wrong. I just got out when the price hesitated and then it was red, and that was a good decision. And I Don't feel bad about that one at all. But this last trade, that was a mess from beginning to end. And those are the trades that are costing me the most money. And those are the trades that are making it very difficult for me to be consistently profitable and move forward as a trader. So going forward, tomorrow I am going to be, and this week's theme again is managing my stops. So going forward, I'm going to be putting this new thing in place during market open. I will be placing a stop order after I buy. Okay. And that hopefully will, because there's more volume during the market open, so the rejections are steeper. So hopefully this will cap my losses and give me a little bit more peace of mind. So the loss is the lesson, right? That's the lesson I paid for today. I paid quite a bit of money for that. However, thank God it wasn't 500 shares. Okay. Thank goodness that I reduced my share size. You know, being in a restricted mode right now where I'm down to 100 shares and I have to prove myself to move up to 150 shares. Honestly, it's a blessing because that loss was a lot less than if I had been trading with full share size. Okay, so going forward, I'm gonna make one more change and I will see you guys tomorrow bright and early at 7 a.m. We'll just kind of start over risk management. That is the theme. Okay, so trade smart, guys. I will see you tomorrow.